Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hello, it's the old captain here, and this is a video request. And if you have a video request or a question, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com, send me your question and your money. This is a nice thing. It's asshole consulting. It means you pay. You pay. If you want free advice that isn't worth shit, go talk to your teachers, or your guidance counselors, or your professors, or your therapist. Hey, asshole, my name is Carlos, and I'm 20 years old. I recently enlisted in the Navy, thanks to you, as an AV, avionics technician. AV is pretty much a combination of two rates, AT, aviation electronics technician, and AE, avionics electrician's mate. After I finished learning the basics of electrical theory at a school, and depending on my grades, I'll be able to choose one of these two careers to pursue. The problem is that I don't know anything about the internal components of aircraft or electronics in general. That's where you would be going to school. I'm not sure how knowledgeable you are in the aviation field, but I trust your judgment and need some advice on deciding between these two rates. I'll provide some links to the job descriptions. I prefer the job that is most technical and mentally stimulating and more practical in the private sector. If you're still unsure which is better, then just go with your gut feeling. I also wanted your judgment regarding my avionics career choice and avionics field in general. Is it a practical skill or is it overmanned in the civilian workforce? Will my military experience stand out in the applicant pool, or do you think it would be better for me to serve my 20 years in the Navy and retire? I would just serve you 20 years in the Navy. I'm just being honest with you. It's the easiest route. Not to say you won't have a job. I looked into the two different rates, and there's a slight difference. Like, the technician assesses and diagnoses the problems. As far as I could tell, the electrician's mate then actually fixes them. So the technician would sound to maybe have a little bit more knowledge, but not as much hands-on, which then kind of has the reverse, I would say, in the private sector. The hands-on is what you want. You want to be able to repair things, whereas diagnosing them, that certainly wouldn't hurt. But the private sector, it's like, yeah, you got to diagnose and you got to fix. Aside from that, I'm sorry, to be honest with you, all that was military jargon in the links you sent me. I really had to go and figure out what were the difference ones. There's all this acronyms and abbreviated bullshit that the military prides itself off of, and I don't fucking know why. I think it's a scam, frankly. Now watch all the military. It's very important we have all the... Your DPR isn't correct. Oh, man, you have such bad DPR. Oh, he doesn't have his ESPs. I know. Oh. Anyway... what you're going to find out, though, is when you get into school, you'll find out which is what, like which is better. But I'd be leaning more towards the electrician's mate, because it sounds like you not only have to know it, but you actually have to fix it, which is always going to be a good skill. But seriously, just stay in the Navy. Stay employed. Aim for officer. Don't fuck around with the private sector. I know, oh yeah, Navy military is horrible, and I know you got all the libertarians out there. Oh, you're a murderer. Yeah, okay, you're a murderer. Fine. Okay, whatever. So I would focus more on the lives that you do keep safe, and the fact no one's going to fuck with the United States, and no one's constantly trying to attack us, seeing how many millions of lives you save that way, than worrying about when we actually have to go to war to kill, I don't know, Islamic terrorists. And I need some advice on overcoming the psychological barriers at boot camp. I already got the physical aspects covered. I work out every day, and I'm not lazy anymore. Good. The problem is that I've been sheltered my entire life, and I've never left somewhere so far from home by myself. I also don't know how I'll perform in a stressful environment while being yelled at 24/7. I decided I'm going to get through boot camp no matter what, but I just want my experience to be more tolerable and less shitty. Look, it's a foregone conclusion, not because you signed up for the military, but because even if you didn't sign up for the military, you have had to leave for home. And you're, at least in the military, you're getting yelled at like me yelling at you. But it's not even honest. It's like, you're going to get yelled at because they want to make you tougher and stronger. I almost wouldn't even take it personally with the drill instructor yelling at you. That's just them toughening you up and weeding out and getting everybody organized and standard sausage links. But yeah, you were going to have to leave home anyway, dude. And you might be, what do they call it? Homesick? That's everybody a little bit. Some people a little bit more than others. But now, the way to solve that problem is to just accept you're going to have to leave home anyway, and tough shit cookies for you. So just do it. And then, this is life. You don't always go home. Like when I was younger, I always thought because my parents lived so far away from my grandparents, I thought that's just what you did. And I was actually shocked to find out that families lived near each other. It was kind of weird. I'm like, I thought I was supposed to leave and get out of state and never see you people again. So I guess I was brought up that way. But yeah, you just gotta get over it. You just gotta, and then with the boot, if you're already working out, the physical stress is gonna be a lot easier on you because you're in physical shape. So that's gonna help. But then when it comes to the drill instructor or the actual boot camp and getting yelled at, listen to him. Let it go in one ear and out the other. Don't take it personally. Just do what the fucking guy tells you. That's it. Just do what he tells you. In no questions, no attitude, no lip. Just shut the fuck up and do what he tells you. They need you to follow commands. Because if you don't, look up the importance of the chain of command, because if you don't follow commands, the entire military falls apart. And that's why they're really harsh, because you get a bunch of dumb fuck 18-year-old dipshits who think they're cocky and arrogant, and they got to get beaten down, broken down, they rebuilt back up the way the military needs you guys. So it seems like you already have the discipline. I mean, you'll still have some kinks to work out, but yes, sir. Well, officers you call sir. Sergeant you probably call sergeant. He'll yell at you about that too. But yeah, you just have to go through that. So yeah, so those are the only questions you had. So yeah, just get lock and load, get used to it. You already signed up for what, 3-4 year commitment? I don't know what it is nowadays. But you'll have a better, I mean, if you're willing to stay in the military, you could be there, you'll figure it out. You'll know oh yeah, this is way more complicated, or you may find something that isn't AT or AE. You may find something completely different than you thought, like the DPRs and the ZQTs. Oh man, the ZQTs, those guys make bank. Man, I totally ZTQ'd out, man. It was, yeah, back in my Navy days. Now watch all the fucking trolls. You were never in the military. I know, dipshits. I fucking know. I'm joking. Get your Z2 keys. ZTQs, man. Not the Z2 keys. That's fucking Army. Best of luck. You go protect the nation. Toodles.